Good morning, wrestling fans. Today is Saturday, October 21st, 2023. Lance Brock here, and tonight is the night Impact Wrestling Bound for Glory on pay-per-view. And you can watch BFG tonight on traditional pay-per-view, Fight TV, DAZN internationally, and other places I'm not sure of as of right now. But make sure you tune in tonight for Bound for Glory. Also, I hope to have a live episode tonight, sometime tonight, not sure when, of 360 Wrestling Fanatic, talking all about not just Bound for Glory, but also Collision and AEW Battle of the Belts 8, all taking place tonight. Big night, a huge night for pro wrestling. And let's get started with talking Impact Wrestling Bound for Glory, which will be live on pay-per-view from Chicago at Cicero Stadium. And this match, the first one on the list here I see, is one that could steal the show. And this is one you do not want to miss. Will Ospreay taking on Speedball Mike Bailey. Wow, look at that match right there. Could be worth the price of the pay-per-view alone. As far as a prediction, that is a tough one, but I'd have to go with maybe Will Ospreay. Speedball Mike Bailey, though, great in the ring, great worker. But if I had to pick one, I'd have to go with Will Ospreay. The X Division Championship is on the line. One half of the Motor City Machine Guns, Chris Sabin, defending against Kenta. Talking about matches that could possibly steal the show. That is another one right there. For a prediction, all I have to say is this one's going to be an awesome match. But I'd have to go with Chris Sabin in this one, retaining the X Division Championship. And we have the Knockouts Tag Team Championships on the line as well. MK Ultra, Killer Kelly, and Masha Slamovich defending against Deonna Purrazzo and Tasha Steelz, who have recently just started teaming in Impact Wrestling. This will be a really good one. Deonna and Tasha Steelz, both great. But I'd have to give the advantage to MK Ultra in this one to retain the Knockouts Tag Team titles. The Impact Wrestling World Tag Team Championships are on the line as well. The Rascals, Trey Miguel and Zachary Wentz, defending against the former champions ABC, Ace Austin and Chris Bay, which this one could be another match of the night candidate right here. Could possibly steal the show. And Rascals, great team. But I'd have to say for a prediction, I gotta go with ABC, once again becoming the Impact World Tag Team Champions. Ace Austin and Chris Bay, one of the top tag teams in pro wrestling today. And they don't really get as much as credit as I think they deserve as being one of the best tag teams in the business today. But tonight, I think they will once again become Impact Wrestling World Tag Team Champions. Also, we have the Call Your Shot Gauntlet match. 20-person gauntlet. Men, women. The winner of this Call Your Shot Gauntlet will receive a title shot at any championship anytime they want. Could be the world title shot, could be the X Division title, could get a partner, could be a tag team title match, knockouts title, digital media championship, any title in Impact Wrestling at any time you can get a shot at. And all you have to do is win the Call Your Shot Gauntlet Battle Royal tonight at Bound for Glory. And we also have the return of Monsters Ball to Impact Wrestling. It will be PCO, the War Machine Rhino, Steve Macklin, and Moose in Monsters Ball tonight. In this one, I'm going to have to go with the Michigan guy in this one, Rhino, and pick him in this one to win it. Monsters Ball, definitely not Rhino's first Monsters Ball. And actually, I think out of all of them, maybe out of the four, that he may have been the only one to compete in Monsters Ball. Even though PCO Perfect Creation 1 is a monster, I don't think he's ever competed in Monsters Ball, or at least not that I remember anyway. But speaking of Moose, he has the Feast or Fired briefcase for a world title shot. I'll talk about that in a little bit. But we also have the Knockouts Championship on the line. Trinity defending against the returning Mickie James to Impact Wrestling. As far as a prediction goes for this one, I will have to go with Trinity to retain the Knockouts Championship. Mickie James, great, but she's been off for a little bit. Trinity has been having great matches each week on Impact Wrestling and the Impact Plus specials. I believe she will retain tonight against Mickie James. And in the main event, the Impact World Championship is on the line. Alex Shelley, the other half of the Motor City Machine Guns, will be defending against the Walking Weapon, Josh Alexander. This is going to be a great main event tonight. Shelley versus Alexander. And as far as a prediction goes, this is another tough one. It's tough to call, but I will have to go with the Michigan guy again in this one. Represent the Motor City Machine Guns and pick Alex Shelley to retain the Impact World Championship tonight. But as I mentioned just a little bit ago, Moose has the Feast or Fired briefcase for the Impact World title shot. Could we see at the end of Bound for Glory tonight either Shelley or Alexander beaten down after the match, after they successfully retain the Impact World Championship? Could we see Moose make his way out with that briefcase and cash in that title shot? Remember, before, Moose actually has cashed in the world title shot on Josh Alexander when he won the world title right after, when he was celebrating with his wife and his son in the ring. He came out, cashed in that title shot, and defeated Josh Alexander for that title. could we see that happen again tonight? Or could we see whoever wins the Call Your Shot gauntlet come out and claim their title shot? Who knows? But that is all tonight. Bound for Glory on pay-per-view. Also, AEW Saturday Collision, 8 p.m. Eastern on TNT. And then immediately following Collision will be AEW Battle of the Belts 8. And I will be watching Bound for Glory live and DVR Collision and Battle of the Belts. And I do plan to go live with 360 Wrestling Fanatic sometime tonight. When? I have no idea. So just stay tuned to X at 360 Wrestling Pod, or if you still call it Twitter, at 360 Wrestling Pod. Right when I go live, it'll be posted there. So stay tuned, and you'll be able to catch the podcast live tonight. But if it's too late, that's fine. You can go to bed if you want. We have a big night of pro wrestling on TV, 6 hours, and the countdown to Bound for Glory. I apologize, I forgot to mention, which will feature the Impact Hall of Fame. Mike Tenay and Don West going in, Tracy Brooks going in as well, which that should be great. 7:30 p.m. That it will be free on Fight TV, Impact Wrestling's YouTube channel. Speaking of YouTube, I definitely recommend checking out Before the Bell for Bound for Glory, which focuses on the world title match, Alex Shelley and Josh Alexander. This one was great. I definitely recommend, I know the pay-per-view is tonight, but I recommend going and watching that Before the Bell special. You definitely will love it. And it's a great special focusing on the road to Bound for Glory. Alex Shelley winning the world title. Josh Alexander getting here. It's great. So that's all for this episode of 360. Good morning, wrestling fans. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Hope you all been having a great Saturday morning. And last minute predictions for Bound for Glory you can leave in the comment section, either here on Spreaker, YouTube, or wherever you listen to 360 Wrestling Podcasts. Also, once again, I hope to be live sometime tonight after Bound for Glory, Collision, and Battle of the Belts. And hope everyone enjoys all the pro wrestling tonight, especially Bound for Glory. And I will touch everyone tomorrow morning for the Sunday episode of Good Morning Wrestling Fans. Until then, I am Lance. Have a great pro wrestling day.